In an open field, in the middle of the road, Ukrainian drone operators spot two enemy soldiers. The camera captures them running frantically forward, looking over their shoulders. They noticed the drone and tried to flee. The drone is several hundred meters away, but quickly closes the distance. It approaches the soldier and begins to circle around him, but then strikes. The soldier can no longer move. Then another drone starts working and rushes after the second soldier who also wanted to escape. The drone gets closer to him and strikes. Ukrainian drone operators record movement on a narrow road between trees. It is a Russian soldier riding a motorcycle and confidently speeding ahead. A few minutes later, he picks up his comrade. The two continue on their way together, trying to quickly pass through the dangerous section. But suddenly, there is a sharp maneuver. The soldier behind the wheel loses control of the vehicle, the motorcycle wobbles, and the attempt to get up looks chaotic. They want to move on, but it doesn't work. Finally, the driver starts the motorcycle again and flees alone, leaving the passenger behind. Another soldier comes to the aid of the wounded soldier, and they go somewhere together. But the Ukrainian operators do not take their eyes off the main target, the motorcycle moving ahead. The FPV drone levels its course, the operator brings up the crosshairs, and the hit covers the vehicle along with the driver. The soldier, though wounded, gets up and starts running, but then falls and crawls, but then gets up and tries to run again, but he is not very successful. The operators see him and strike him. A Ukrainian FPV drone spots an enemy soldier hiding among the trees. Ukrainian operators take aim and strike. Here, a Russian soldier decided to lie down in the swamp, probably thinking he could camouflage himself. But even here, Ukrainian operators see the enemy and strike with the help of a drone. Here, a Ukrainian FPV drone spots an enemy soldier. Upon noticing the drone, he begins to hide behind a tree, and when the drone starts to approach, he begins to run away, but fails and is struck by the drone. Elsewhere, an enemy soldier was also spotted by Ukrainian reconnaissance troops. He was running between trees and trying to escape, but a drone caught up with him and struck him. Another FPV drone spots an enemy soldier camouflaged by branches in a field. He tries to escape and simply runs, but the drone catches up with him and strikes him. In this episode, we can see how an enemy soldier is just standing near a field and looking around, not even trying to run away. The drone is just circling around him, but he continues to stand and look around. Suddenly, the drone strikes, and the soldier falls to the ground. For a moment, it seems that he has been neutralized, but he still manages to crawl away. The Ukrainian drone does not let up, picks up speed again, and strikes him, making it clear that he will not be moving any further. Next, Ukrainian operators noticed the truck moving across the field and tried to catch up to it using a drone, which they succeeded in doing. The driver was apparently unaware that he was already under surveillance. The distance is closing, and they strike, causing an explosion. Due to inertia, the vehicle continued to move but then stopped. The operator does not stop. The drone continues to work to finish it off and strikes again. Here, an enemy soldier decides to rest and lies down on the ground. It is clear that he is exhausted or wounded, and in an instant he notices an FPV drone approaching him. He even begins to wave his arms and tries to crawl away, but he fails. His movements are slow and confused, and the drone strikes him. The soldier is still moving, but he is unlikely to be able to walk or even crawl. Once again, Ukrainian operators are in an open field with no cover, and I notice a lone enemy soldier walking across the field. But when he spots the drone, he panics and starts running, probably trying to escape from it. Ukrainian operators simply fly around him, and he continues to run, trying to escape, but the field is open, there is no cover ahead, and he is not very successful because the drone is faster and the operator is getting closer and closer to the enemy and strikes. Other operators also notice the enemy soldier. Realizing the danger, the lone soldier tries to hide. He frantically runs behind a tree trunk, hoping that this will save him from pursuit, making it more difficult for the operator to hit him, but he still fails to hide completely. The FPV drone approaches and strikes the target. Here we can see a group of Russian soldiers setting up their position deep in the forest. They rush around among the trees, carrying equipment and surveying the surroundings. They think that the thick canopy and shadows will hide them from danger. They do not suspect that their every move is being recorded by a Ukrainian camera from the air. In an instant, Ukrainian operators strike. 2 soldiers try to escape, but they fail. Ukrainian operators strike again, followed by another strike, and the enemy is destroyed. Here, on a road that runs through a field and a forest belt, several Russian soldiers are walking slowly, confidently, and relaxed, simply walking without noticing anything. Then, they apparently notice the drone and start running in different directions, but the drone still strikes them and they cannot continue moving. Ukrainian operators are once again engaging the enemy. This time the enemy is acting more cautiously, as they were hiding in a forest belt. We see the drone approaching and striking, followed by several more strikes. The strikes occur one after the other, and that's not all. While observing, the operators notice an important target nearby, an enemy antenna, a means of communication used by the occupiers to coordinate their actions and strike it as well. Here, in the middle of a dirt road, there are ATVs, the vehicles the enemy uses to move around quickly. Ukrainian operators use a drone to get closer to them and take them out, destroying the vehicles. The task is complete. The enemy has lost another means of transportation. The FPV rises higher and moves on, in search of new targets. We see how an enemy ZKR OSA is located in the middle of a field. It is a Soviet automated mobile short-range anti-aircraft missile system designed to protect motorized rifle and tank units from airstrikes. Ukrainian operators use a drone to destroy this enemy complex. Once again, Ukrainian operators spot several enemy fighters hiding in the bushes. They are crouching low, trying to camouflage themselves. At first, they are not very visible, but Ukrainian operators notice them and use a drone to strike them. Next, we can see them coming out of the bushes trying to escape, but the drone strikes again. Then we see the Ukrainian drone approaching the enemy, flying closer and closer, and striking again. Here, an enemy soldier is running through the forest and is also hit by the drone.